Hi, my name is George Venancio, and I'm here representing my family because my son was granted a wish from Make-A-Wish. His name is Arthur. When I first heard about Make-A-Wish was through a group of families sharing their stories. They were fighting a purpose while dealing with having a child in the hospital, fighting for their life. These families had nothing left but faith. You know those moments when there's nothing more you can do? Yes. Suddenly, the TV commercials, ads, the holidays like Christmas, Father's Day, even Mother's Day, which show perfect families, it became a nightmare to you. We were one of those families, living in a hostel for over a year. You never imagined this happening to someone close, let alone to your own family. But it happened to us with our first child, Arthur, who was just 3 months old. He is our warrior, the strongest man I know. In those moments, you focus on finding something good, learning from the experience, or you go crazy. Prayers gain more meaning, you start to see God in the details, and you understand that everything happens for a reason. We met a couple in the ICU at the Sick Kids Hospital in Toronto. Their daughter was in the bed next to our sons, and we became friends, and we used to joke about our kids being on a date, and we were part of a big family. And I met the news, medications, surgeries, and this was how we stayed strong as a family, and we survived this. It was there where we heard stories of kids going to Disney or getting their homes adapted to meet their needs. And we learned about people who make it their life's purpose to help families like ours. When we finally left the hospital, the mental battle was far from over, especially for my precious wife, Jennifer, who was trying to rediscover the sparkle in her eyes. We faced many existential crises and always looked for alternatives, references, and inspiration. One day, I came home from work and she was very happy. She said, "George, remember Naya, Stephanie, and Frank's daughter? Make-A-Wish built a pool just for her, exactly how she wanted it. They feel fulfilled." When I heard that, I couldn't hold back my tears of happiness. I had seen their struggle up close for months, in the hostel and at home. This gave us hope that there is a light in the end of the tunnel, and that everything can and will change. So Jenny applied to Make-A-Wish, believing that one day, at the right time, everything would happen perfectly for us as well. So year passed, we had the pandemic, right? And he also had a beautiful daughter, Bruna, who brought us more joy, and also the parenting challenges just increased a little bit to our lives, but that's okay. After 7 years, our lives were filled with tasks, hospitals, and nurses, and everything. We faced countless challenges as parents, raising our children with love and care, right? Arthur was no longer a baby. He's no longer a baby. People start to get used to it, but we don't. We are always adapting. Then, last year, Jenny received a call from Make-A-Wish, and Arthur was on the waiting list for his wish. That call was a wave of positive emotions, filling us with hope, plans, and expectations. After a few months, we exchanged emails discussing Arthur's wishes, things he liked, and we realized he would love a family trip, something to take us out of our exhausting routine and recharge with our feet on the sand, looking at the sea, you know what I mean? That was one of the wishes, right? So a few months later, I shared this at work, and a colleague decided to work with Make-A-Wish as a volunteer. And he offered Make-A-Wish a video, and he invited me to help. Of course, I accepted immediately, wanting to give back. And I saw firsthand the impact of the Christmas event inside this beautiful hotel. And if I remember correctly, 40 families received gifts and Christmas tree. It was beautiful, beautiful to see. But my son, we were still waiting for his trip to happen at the time. And no one knew I was there and that my wife had applied. So I was very emotional for the families because I saw myself, my wife, my kids in each one of them. I cried a lot, deeply moved, and I understood more about the profound impact this organization has on each family's life. Later, I participated in other events, hearing stories from employees, volunteers, sponsors. Everyone who comes through here is touched, and all these lives change, starting with mine. Finally, our turn came. Make-A-Wish has a unique way of revealing the gift, right? So they came to our house with all their love and care and gave us the news. We went on our trip to the Bahamas, where our family began to heal and see that we still have many more good things ahead. Every staff member saw us, saw Arthur in his wheelchair, all smiling, he's joyful, and everyone is touched by this wave of infinite kindness that flows through each of us. Today, even though the tent from the trip has faded, the memories and smiles will last forever. Even the smiles of those hearing this story today. You were part of something that not only granted a wish to a child like Arthur, but to many others. Know this, families are being saved, on the verge of collapsing. Lives are being rescued, and people are inspired to do something similar, to participate in this. We came here to say thank you, and to let you know that all of this made a crucial difference in our lives. Thank you very much.